Uh, Cowboys fans, how's it feel to like be sent to Cancun? I mean, like we got Nee in the building, we got Chris in the building, we all Birds fans in here. I mean, like it's just amazing because they build their hopes up just to let them down in the end. I mean, how do y'all feel about this game? I got some quick thoughts. CeeDee Lamb was cooking. He got knocked out. He got knocked out early. Then you talk about George Pickens. He was a no-show. But that Cowboys defense that they hyped up. They got Quentin Williams. They don't miss Micah Parsons. That defense got 44 on their head. 44. Oh my gosh. I just feel like my last point before I toss to you, Chris, then Nee. The Cowboys with expectations are the worst team in the NFL. Because as soon as they get expectations, they fold. Keeping the game 27-9. Now Dak balling. Get the garbage time stats, the other
empty calories.
You feel me? The empty calories. Look at, oh my God, 300 passing yards. Dak Prescott, MVP. MVP to Cancun. Chris, how you feel about this game? How about them boys?
Send them, hey, pack them up, man. Hey, great. This is a great day in the sports world, man. Because this is what happens. This is what happens when you count your eggs before they hatch. This is what happens, man. Because they did all that chatting. Oh, we beat both teams that played in the Super Bowl last year. Oh, we're a different team since the trade. Oh, you can't do this and you can't see us. Oh, we gonna make the playoffs. We can still do it by winning the division. Cry me a river. Gone fishing, man. Fishing, man.
D, how you feeling? Like
I
they
mean,
been
like
crazy the past couple of weeks, ever since they beat us.
you would have thought they won like back-to-back Super Bowls, dog. Like it was popping it crazy. Like my entire life, the Cowboys always been the team to disappoint. Like that's why I'm never like, my face never really changed when they beat the Eagles, when they beat the Chiefs. I just know in the biggest moment when they hopes is up the highest, Cowboys fans gonna come crumbling down. They're gonna come crumbling down, and it feels so good. Oh, I mean, listen, we all feeling the same way right now. Every single Eagles fan in the world right now feeling the same way. It's a wonderful night, and it's feeling amazing, man.
It was
Amazing.
funny
Oh,
because
man.
last season they had to see two NFC East teams get to the NFC Championship. You know, in Dak Prescott's career, he hasn't been to the NFC Championship, so I know
You
they
don't know
couldn't
what that
pick.
feel like.
You don't know what that feel like. Like Jane Daniels one season, like I can talk to Hurt stuff, but I got my little bro that can already finish the job. Jane Daniels already did the job. He already did the job. Did more than what they did. And so it's just so funny. And what they gonna say, worry about the Chargers, all that stuff. Look, we gonna handle our business.
Of course.
Come on,
But
man.
Cowboys fans would die to have the Eagles problems. Oh my God. You would die to have the Eagles problems. They crap on us for, oh, the offense this, the defense that. You would cry for our problems because, yo, we ain't getting no 44 in our head. We ain't
Man.
getting no 40 piece. Vic ain't get that. So, trolling aside, like, what's your takeaway from this game? Lions, Cowboys. I got to give respect to Dan Campbell because he took the play calling, and it's something that I'm looking for Nick Sirianni to do because it's like, hey, bro, like, grab the clipboard, call some plays. You have a hobbled Amon-Ra, who he wasn't right, but he still balled out in this game. Jamo showed up without Laporta, but Jahmyr Gibbs. You talk
Man.
about top two running back in the game right now, and he had himself a day. So I definitely am higher on the Lions. What's your take? Was this more the Cowboys just folded and expectations they ended up crumbling down, or is it more just the Lions at home, backs against the wall? They said, "No, we're not done yet."
I think two things can be true. I think we all know the Cowboys when the expectations are high, when they actually got to pull through against a team that, like you said, had their back against the wall, need the game just as much as they need it, they're gonna crumble. But the Lions, they showed a lot, right? And Jahmyr Gibbs might be the most talented, skilled position player in all of football. I think he's that damn good. And again, he was bottled up for the most part. He still had 120 total yards, 3 touch. Are we serious right now? Like he reminds me of like a Jamal Charles, like a Shady McCool type of elusiveness. Like he's just one of the freakiest players I've seen like ever. But for me, it's a little bit of both, man. A little bit of both. The Lions, I don't see them contending in the NFC. I just don't see Jared Goff winning 3 to 4 straight games. I don't see it happening, right? You know what I'm saying? I would love to have them come into Philadelphia in a divisional round game. It was a wild card game. But for the Cowboys, man, they do what they always do. And for the Lions, they had a damn good win. But you have Jared Goff as your quarterback and you lose, I still kind of have that both their OC and their DC, man. I'm not scared.
Thanks. What about you, Chris? More about the Lions, more about the Cowboys? A little bit of both.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely got to give some love to the Lions because they came out, they performed at home, a game that they needed to win. Like you said, Dan Campbell started calling plays. He got them in a good flow, and Gibbs just took over the game. Man, he was clearly just the best player on the field. His talent, his speed, like you said, his elusiveness has just popped off the screen, and their offensive line was able to get into a good groove. And when the Lions' offensive line, man, when they have a rhythm, and those guys and they're all in sync, man, their offensive line is just as good as anyone in the league. But this is about the Cowboys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not about to do no.
Yes.
We got guests, man. And our guest said we cannot let the Cry Girls off the hook.
Can't let them off the hook.
Because for the past 2 or 3 weeks, oh my gosh, we heard how they were contenders if they make the playoffs. Listen to me. I watch everybody on national television walk their takes back. This Cowboys team is this. Oh man, they making some noise. They got great mojo. They got a great attitude. Their heartbeat is this. Oh no, listen. Kudos to the Lions. But what happened? That offense that leads the league in scoring, our top 2 in scoring, where were they when they needed to score? Because the last time I checked, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because you know what I'm saying. Y'all told me some things happened when y'all were younger when I hit the shot. So I may be aged out of certain things. Y'all help me out. Because the last time I checked in football, when one team scored, they kick the ball off to the other team. It's not like make it take it.
They do.
Right?
They do.
You know okay, so you know what I'm saying? And I heard how Pickens was a number 1. Doesn't matter if CD's there or not. That's what I heard. That's what happened.
Pickens ain't show up.
What? Ladies and gentlemen, this is about the Cowboys. When the rubber needs to meet the road, when we push all our chips to the middle of the table, it's easy to do it at home. They got 2 great wins at home. But when you need to go on the road, when everything is going to be against you, when the crowd is calling you everything under the sun but a child of God, when the other team is in a good flow, when you don't have the lead and you got to play catch up for the whole game, not just the half.
Keep preaching.
Not just a quarter. When everything is against you and you still got to make it happen. Not only did they no-show, like we talked about, they was getting empty calories. They tried to make it cute at the end.
Bro, and they love doing that. They love doing that. Like, my gripe with Dak Prescott, it'd be, yo, how come you started to turn up when you were down 18 points? Oh, and then once you're down 18 points, that's when you start playing. So what happened the whole first half? Oh, you forcing the ball to Pickens. Granted, Pickens should have ran a better route. He was very, very lazy today. But hey, bruh, you only start turning up when you're down double digits and nobody expects you to do anything. And I'm trying to tell y'all this stuff, and some of y'all be Cowboys fans, and y'all come in and you try to pop it and be like, we're gonna catch y'all and all this stuff. I tried to tell you, look, my dad, he is a devout Cowboys fan. He said, I know, son, we're not making the playoffs. So I'm not even gonna get my hopes up. I'm not even gonna get my hopes up. Now, he's old enough, he know the BS that y'all do. Some of y'all younger, so you think that you can have the pedigree like the Eagles. No, it's the 21st century. Last time y'all won, like, I don't think any of us was born.
No. I was born in 93. What, they won in 95?
95,
Was the
like,
last time they won in
you a
95?
toddler. You a
Bro,
toddler.
listen, if I don't remember it, it don't count. It
Ain't
don't count to
happening.
me,
Ain't
bro.
happening.
Come on,
Like,
man.
oh my gosh, like,
Come on, man.
that's the funny part. Like, they gotta decide whether they pay Pickens and all that stuff. Now, I do want to get to the birds because it's a couple of news, right? You got Jalen Carter. He's missing the game against the Chargers. Now,
Possibly
we
too.
just recorded before expecting Jalen Carter to play, but I think as we can tell, like, he hasn't been 100% himself this year. You could argue Jordan Davis has outplayed him. He's played better. I would say that's not even debate. Jordan Davis has been a better player this season. But Jalen Carter, he's battling with 2 shoulder injuries right now, and that's hampered him. So how much do you expect the loss of Jalen Carter to impact this Eagles defense that, granted, just gave up almost 300 yards rushing? And even though JC hasn't been the all-pro that we thought he'd be this season because of injuries, his presence alone on the field creates opportunities for his teammates. So I'll start with you, Chris. Like, what's your thoughts and how big of a loss is Jalen Carter, missing for at least a week or 2?
I mean, yeah, we're definitely going to miss him because, just his presence out there for us on defense, whether he's super involved in the play or not, just his presence is a big deal for us. But I'm expecting our defensive line to play better, honestly, even with him out. I'm expecting them to put on a much better showing than they did last game. The last 2 games, honestly, just because, like you said, we have expectations, and they've kind of let us down the last 2 games. So we're definitely expecting our defensive line to play well, even though he's going to be out, and it's a big miss. But we got some young guys that need to step up. This is a big moment for us. A primetime game, Monday Night Football. We don't know if Justin Herbert's going to play, but if Justin Herbert plays, it's against a primetime quarterback. So it's just like our defensive line, man. They need to be the reason why we kind of control things and win the game come Monday night to kind of get us back on track because, we're expecting big things from them, even though we're going to have JC kind of out possibly for a couple weeks, not just this game. So that's why we can't allow – we got to have a next man up mentality because we don't know kind of how long he's going to be down because we kind of need him to make the push on the back end so we can sacrifice a little bit of his time right now.
That's like the point with it too, because I would have preferred you do this with JC earlier on in the year.
Yeah, knock it
So
out.
then now come December, he's in top form. Now it's like you're not gonna get JC at 100% in the playoffs. That's just not gonna happen. Like with a sort of injury like that, you gotta waste some months. You probably gotta get surgery for. They're just trying to make it manageable for the playoffs because an 80% Jalen Carter is still better than we're not in the league. Like,
Absolutely.
are there certain players that you are looking at on the D line to step up in the absence of Jalen Carter that we know Jordan Davis got to step up. We know Jalix Hunt, obviously Nolan Smith, any other guys that need to step up for the Chargers game and moving forward?
Most definitely. Moro Jomo, probably the biggest one right now. He's the guy that backs up Davis and Jalen Carter at times. People say he can even be a $20 million free agent type of player. So can he be that Milton Williams guy that we seen last year? Because Milton Williams will come in for JC, for JD, and play damn good, be a damn good gap shooter. So that's probably my biggest thing right now. Can he come in and make himself a boatload of money? This is the big opportunity for him. You come in, you play well, you make a bunch of money, man. It's similar to that. This is a contract game, maybe even 2 games, 3 games for Jomo. But I think the biggest thing is Jalen Phillips. This is a guy that when he first came into the team, we was like, damn, we might got our version of Michael Parsons. We might got our version of an elite edge rusher. But this is a guy who also can move around. He can play over the center. He can play in the A gap, the B gap. He can play really everywhere. So my biggest thing is let's move Jalen Phillips around. Pair him with Nolan Smith. JD, you've been having a hell of a season, like you said, Miles. Keep on playing well. And this Chargers offensive line is already beat up. You don't have Slater for the whole season. Mekhi Becton's coming in and out of the lineup. So this is a banged up Chargers unit. You should be able to manhandle them. They're still a freakish defensive line. JD is still a freak. Phillips is a freak. Nolan Smith they're all freaks, right? So I expect the defensive line to still be damn good. But like we said earlier in the other video, like this defense, if the offense continues to play like this, the defense has to be all-time great. The defense has to be 2000 Ravens, 2015 Seahawks. I'm saying 2013 Seahawks, 2015 Broncos. They had to be that damn special if we really want to win. Because you have to have some games where they score 14 points. They score 16 points. Offense, can you give me 17? Can you give me 20? So right now, for me, it's like, all right, if JC going to be out, like you said, I understand he comes back 80%, still elite. But we might need the offense to say, all right, bet, guys, we got y'all back like y'all had our back at the start of the season.
There's one guy that he's not on the Eagles right now, but they for sure would have rather kept him instead of the guy they traded for. And if you remember, the Eagles traded Thomas Booker
Yes, to the
for
Raiders.
Jacorian Bennett. Where's Jacorian Bennett?
That's an
I
excellent
don't
point.
even know if the guy is good or not. He don't be on the field.
That's an excellent point.
So you done traded a solid depth piece on your D line and Thomas Booker, who watched the tape. He had some great flashes last season and he contributed well.
Yes.
For a guy at corner who you thought would be opposite to Quinyon Mitchell, and this guy can't see the field. And honestly, as long as Adoree Jackson stays healthy, or unless Slay comes back and he finesses the Bills or something like that, you're gonna be playing Adoree Jackson.
Yeah.
And if it's not Adoree, they're going to Keely Ringo, they're not going to Jacorian Bennett.
Yeah.
So now it got me thinking that trade and folks trying to assault Thomas Booker and act like that's not a miss. That's a miss right there. And you need that depth. Now, you got Ty Robinson in the 3rd round, but it's like, now you got to expect a rookie to step up because you're going to need Moro Jomo, you're going to need Jordan Davis, you're going to need several guys, and guys off the edge as well to like just really step up. I need to see more Nolan Smith.
Yes.
But then you talked about like the offense, and I want to go to you, Chris, because it's like with this offense, now I feel like it's more pressure on them to get it right. The Eagles defense doesn't have their best player essentially. Like they got to get it right.
No, I definitely agree, man. It's up to the offense, and like we've always been talking about, we have the ability on offense to carry the load, to dominate, to be one of the top scoring offenses when it comes to gaining yards, scoring points, red zone offense. Like depending on whatever situations we need, our offense is talented enough to get the job done, and we have to start scheming up some plays, and guys have to start executing, because it is going to come time this latter part in the season and into the playoffs where the offense is going to have to carry their side of the ball and probably do a little more, because we do have some guys banged up and out on defense. But to piggyback on the trade that we was talking about a little earlier, that's just one of those things where Howie was just trying to do something because he knew we was in a bad spot kind of at one position, and we might have had more riches kind of to say in the defensive line area. So he was just kind of saying like, hey, we can kind of try to make a move here because we're expecting our big fishes to kind of carry us here on defense. So I'm not too upset at the trade. Like, yeah, it's not working out for us as much right now, but I'm looking at a big picture. You know, Howie was trying to get us a corner. You know, obviously Q because
Yeah.
we didn't know who it was going to be at that time. And so yeah, but you know, offensively, man, we got to get it together. We got to get it together. We got to get it going, and that starts with one. That starts with one, man. He got
No,
to backpack us.
for sure. And I think he certainly got to play well. They got to call better plays, but we have seen one miss some guys. Now, if you saw that the Hard Knocks, I saw the full Hard Knocks,
Yep.
but they definitely had clips that I'm sure y'all saw. Like one of the
Full.
biggest things I'm taking away from it, and honestly, that's probably the only takeaway I got from it is the Eagles part because they had the Commanders out. That's a skip. Giants skip. Cowboys skip. I'm like, and of course y'all gonna play it as soon as they beat us and they're going on this run. I'm like, this John a little bit fishy, but I do look at it was that play with Hurts and Smitty, second quarter, third
Yeah,
and
that's
8,
nice.
and Smitty had that slant. Now
Yep.
Hurts thinking he's gonna stop. Smitty made the right decision. He kept going. And then they talk up about it on the sideline or whatever. Now, some folks shoot, I thought that was just like a flat out miss to where like he tried to lead him on and he went behind him, but he actually meant for Smitty to stop there. But Smitty was right for sure. But like stuff like that, I really see, okay, they gonna get that hashed out. Like that's not like that's like an easy fix. Like
Yep.
they've been balling with each other since 2021. Like that's an easy fix. So I'm not really worried about that. But I don't know if y'all seen that clip or any thoughts on like her taking accountability. Oh, and I'll start with you, Nee.
Yeah, I think that's the weird thing because we hear so many reports saying, "Yo, Hurst and the coaches aren't really on the same page. Hurst is playing his own game." And for me, if I'm not in the building, I can't trust nothing because people will say whatever they want to say. Sometimes I don't know where the reports are coming from, but actually seeing Hurst be like, "Damn, that's my fault. That's my fault. I gotta make a play." That just shows you that Hurst knows. All right, but I gotta step up. In this game, he knows the biggest thing. He has to be elite. He cannot turn the ball over, especially on a Chargers defense that we know opportunistic. Jesse Mentor, creative zones, going to play really good pass defense. So Hurts knows if we really want to do something, if we really want to take this and go back to back, which teams do not do. The Chiefs made it look easy, but teams do not go back to back. And we're seeing this season the trials, tribulations, the ups and downs. This is why teams do not go back to back. Hurts, you are the way. It's simple as that. You have AJ Brown, you have Smitty, you have Goddard, you have offensive line that's good enough, right? You are the way in us saying, all right, we can go back to back. We are now looking to be a dynasty, right? Really one of the first dynasties in the NFC since maybe the Niners back in the 90s. So we're trying to do something that has never been done in the entire 2000s so far. Hurts, in my opinion, is on you. And like you said, in the HBO Max series, Hard Knock, it just showed me that he knows. He knows on me. I got delivering. Simple as that.
And I think it's refreshing to see him take accountability because you see this stuff on the press conference, and I like a lot of times. I think Chris, you can speak this as a player because there's a certain way that you talk in the press conference. Or are you PR trained versus how you really act with your teammates? Because and then we really saw like all right how Jalen act with his teammates. Say the cameras there, all that. I feel like that's raw emotion. I feel like that's just
Yep.
you in the battle that you hate the battle. That's not no facade. So, yeah, what's your thoughts on it? Because yeah, it's the press conference and that it's no actually really in the locker room talking to the guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny when we see quarterbacks go up to the podium and they try to sound like they're running for president or something like that. I just think it's comedy because we like you say, just being a player and actually being in them locker rooms and kind of just knowing. But we all know sports, man. We know that it's not like that. It's ugly, man. It's a grind. It's part of the beautiful struggle that you gotta enjoy. And everybody's not gonna get along. You're not gonna like every teammate, every coach that you have. But at the end of the day, it's about coming together for that one common goal. And if everyone can do that, then who cares if I like you or who cares if you like me? And that's just the one thing that I took from the HBO series is, like you said, Hurst knows that it's on him. But he also knows that he has to play better. He can't miss throws like he did with Smitty. Um, Like, because it's funny that the receiver knows what we're supposed to do against man, but the quarterback had a little hiccup. You know what I'm saying? It's just little things like that to just let you know that the growth and development process is still going, and it's on him. We'll
Yeah.
go as far as kind of the quarterback position takes us, and he's our guy. You know, we gave him the money. We got the tools, and we got everything around him that he needs. We've done it before, and it's up to him to do it again. He's healthy. Hopefully, we can all stay healthy as much as we can. But as long as he's healthy going into the postseason, you know, he's going to have to perform and backpack us and make sure our playmakers get the ball and make sure our offensive line is in a rhythm and plug holes where it's needed, because that's what elite quarterback play is. It's those guys are able to cover up things when everything isn't going well.
Yeah, and I think I'm betting on the Eagles every time as long as AJ, Smitty, Hurts, and Saquon are healthy.
That's Beezy, baby.
I'm
Come on,
riding with
man.
them forever. And I look at it like this: the Eagles are going to be going into the playoffs like a baseball team that got great pitching. And the teams that win the World Series are the ones they got great pitching, but also their batters get hot at the right time.
Right.
So if you got all you guys, you got Hurts, you got AJ, you got Saquon, you got Smitty, nobody's been injured, knock on wood, none of that. You got your guys. I'm always going to bet on those guys that just did it less than a year ago to do it again.
Do it again.
And so that's something that I'm looking for this Eagles offense to do. Now it's December. You had a terrible Black Friday. You had a terrible second half against the Cowboys. You honestly had 2 back-to-back games against the Lions and Packers where your defense played all-time great. And y'all were putrid and just made a couple of plays here and there. I don't know how they won the Lions one. Now, at least with the Packers one, you had the bomb to Smitty or whatever, but that was like the one play. I don't even know how he broke through with that. But the offense got to really step up here. I know Hurts in this spot is going to step up. The thing where Hurts and the offensive coordinator is goes back to coaching too, because we have seen several games that this Eagles offense starts off firing against the Buccaneers. All this talk about the Buccaneers own the Eagles and they got our number. They take it personal in the first half, then they want to go crazy, drop 24. And then the second half, they're like, all right, I don't really care no more. Put their foot off the gas. Hurts has like negative passing yards or something.
Yeah.
So part of that also, the players got to stay locked in. I need this coaching staff to stay aggressive because you don't want to start the game off really hot against the Cowboys and tail off in the second half. Then you got a game against the Rams that you need 2 blocked field goals because you started the game in the first half terrible and to pick it up in the second half. So it's like, it's not that y'all can't do it. And need get your perspective on it because people get mad at Philly fans for booing all this stuff. We wouldn't boo and we wouldn't get mad if y'all was like incapable of doing stuff. If y'all haven't shown before that you can do this stuff, but when we see you do something, see you do it. Now we expect you to do it again. Like you said, Chris, it's like, all right, you did it before. Now it's your job. You paid $255 million to do it again. So what's your perspective, me, on this Eagles team to just prove all the doubters right and just prove people wrong about where this offense is headed?
I think the offense is so talented. You don't even need to be a Sean McVay. You don't got to be a Ben Johnson, right? Can you just be a Kellen Moore? No one last year was saying, damn, Kellen Moore is so creative. He's so this, that. No. He was able to get the ball to his playmakers, right? He was able to coach up the offensive line to play at a level that was all-time great. Like, the talent did not just fall off a cliff. He didn't just fall off a cliff. Hope you all know this. Neither did Dickerson, neither did Jurgens, they don't need to fall off a cliff, right? We can clearly see the one common denominator, Kevin Patullo. He is the guy that has ruined the offense. But your quarterback, Jalen Hurts, he knows, and he, like you said, go back to the HBO series, he knows he has to play better. He had to hit guys in stride. He had to be on the same page with the receivers. And A.J. Brown, get your numbers. I understand that, but make sure we got to win this game. We got to win this game. And whatever way that takes, Whatever way it is, we have to win the game. So the way I see it, Miles, me talked about it before, stacking the receivers, stacking AJ, stacking Smitty, and giving them advantages. So you can't really go man to man. Because why? Because if I'm right behind Smitty, I'm doing a drag route, and you're on the outside, you can't come to me. That's open. Now we're going 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 yards, right? So giving these schematical advantages that we see Puka have, that we see a JSN have, these guys are not just guys that are put them at an X receiver and win one-on-one every single time. That's not how it works. That's not how it. Like the guy said perfectly. Let Jalen go back under center. Why? Because Taquan Barkley now can get it ahead of steam going toward the defense. These are things that are simple, really. Like these are Madden level things that you can do on Madden, right? So that's why I'm a little amazed Patula hasn't done it just yet. But this offense, go back to the basics. You can be simple, but still be aggressive, but still be on the attack, like you said. Let's stop. You get 24 points second half. Negative. That should never happen when you have AJ Brown. That should never, ever happen. It should never happen. So for me right now, I'm saying you can still be simple, but be aggressive. And also have some plays that you know just work. Right now, we have no plays that I know just work. None. None. Go back to Brian Johnson, 2023. You have played that work. So, like, that's my thing right now. At least have some type of play that you go to. Every coordinator has play that he goes to that he knows is going to work. And we have none.
Yeah, and it's part like adjustments too, because you have a plan and then you get punched in the mouth, and now you don't know how to pivot. Against the Cowboys, they have that 5-man front and they got 3 defensive tackles. Now you don't know what to do. It's like, did you not just see them do that against the Raiders? Like, you don't know how to pivot. So that's my biggest issue. And I've been on Pasula, and we all know he ain't good. But I'm gonna keep that pressure on Nick Sirianni because I'm not gonna let you off the hook. You got all these great players. You're an offensive guy. If you was a defensive guy, I wouldn't be on your ass. I wouldn't be on your ass. But you're an offensive guy. If this offense continues to look this putrid, and regardless of what you think about these players, if you got the highest paid offense in the league and you're ranked the 24th offense, that's a coaching thing. I don't care how bad somebody playing. You can't be that bad to where you're the 24th. Like these guys, is like you said, ain't fall off a cliff. Now, I do think some of that offensive line, like Tyler Steen, he ain't it. He ain't it. Lane Johnson been banged up. He been out. I like Fred as a pass blocker, but as a run blocker, he ain't nothing. And then Cam Jurgens banged up. They should have put Land Dickerson on IR. Now he's banged up essentially the whole season. Jordan Mailata, he's taken a step back from what he was as an All-Pro last year. So it's a combination of a lot of things. But I'm going to focus on the coaching because I feel like, look at the Chargers. And somebody said this earlier, but it's like the Chargers, you have Rashawn Slater out for the year. Joe Alt out. Amarian Hampton on IR. So you have several guys that have been banged up, and you have relied on coaching to elevate guys to play either above their potential or right to it. Now you got Vidal out here, running amok. Last game the Chargers had, I forget against who, but they ran crazy and they've been more productive than us. It's like, how would this Eagles offense look if Lane Johnson was out for the year and Jordan Mailata was also out for most of the year?
Pitiful. We'll be pitiful. We'll be pitiful.
Trouble.
So I was like, man, like,
trouble.
Like, we need coaching to elevate. You see, Vic got like the 30th, like in terms of like number 1 being the highest paid defense, 32 being the lowest paid defense. The Eagles are at like 30, 31. Like
a lot
they're
of young
bottom
guys.
3. Like they might damn near be last, but they're bottom 3 and they're still playing at an elite level. So last thing I want to talk about defense. This Darius Slay stuff, because I feel like it's hilarious. I feel like Darius Slay because like this guy out here, the Steelers cut him. Now, if we want to backtrack a little bit, the Steelers gave my brother $10 million for 1 year. He's 34 years old, and he would have loved to come back to Philly. But Philly was not going to match $10 million. You got to get that bag. You only play for so long. You only had them legs for so long. You got to go get that bag. Now, with the Steelers this season, he hasn't been too good. But I look at it as some guys in a different scheme, they aren't as good compared to being in a scheme that they really know very, very well. Obviously, Darius Slay knows the Eagles system, knows Vic Fangio's system, all the guys very, very well. But he ends up getting cut. Now the Bills get him on waivers. And my thing with the Bills is like, y'all really dumb weird, bro. Y'all dumb weird because y'all was the same ones talking about the tush push last offseason. And it's like, why y'all mad at us? Because we always win. Like y'all claim the fans what y'all went to back to back to back to back Super Bowls, what, 4
And they
straight
won it
times
too.
and lost. Like, I don't know, like y'all knew. It's my thing. Like, give him an L's in the chat because it's like y'all knew Slay wasn't about to play for y'all. Now he's retiring. He's retiring. All right. He's retiring. All I know is when the Eagles call, and if they can finesse, you got a powerful agent. Oh yeah, they'll go out here and make a way out of no way. What's y'all thoughts on the Slay stuff? It's really the bid, but it's also like I feel like he could be, and if he comes back, he would be a great depth piece for this Eagles cornerback room. But I'm sure with you, Nee, like this whole situation the bid, bro.
Dog, kidding me? I don't know how to feel. I mean, I don't even know how to feel. Like a guy is on waivers. He already has a history with a team, right, in Philadelphia. He won a title with. He's on waivers. The Bills have corners. The Bills are good on corners. You claim him on waivers, and now he's contemplating retirement. It's like, yo, I'd rather retire than play for your organization. I'm good. Now, I don't want to get too much on that because Jair came to the organization and Loki said he about to retire. So I'm not going to get too much on that. But the fact of the matter is, Slay, come back to Philly. We're trying to win it all. Right? We're trying to go back to back. That is hard to do. And you can go back to back. You can go back to back. You can maybe say, oh, 2 rings, couple of pros, my Hall of Famer. Am I on that edge? Am I Eagles Hall of Famer? So, Slay, that's my piss to you, man. Come win this ring.
Come win his ring. Because like he done got his young boys and Quinion and Coop, and that's the OG. He taught them everything that they know. Like at this point, don't bring Bradbury on the field, but have him as a coach. Like we just gonna bring everybody, bring BG. Don't bring Bradbury on the field though. No.
No. I don't even want him
Quality
coaching
control,
the young bucks.
do something like that.
Nowhere in the building.
No.
Scout
Nowhere.
team.
Scout team.
Scout team.
Scout
Team
team.
B. That's his name. Scout Team B.
Funny, Chris.
Scout Team B, man. That's his name, yo. That's where we want him at. We don't want him nowhere near the good guys and the other side. But
Bradbury, a good guy. That's it.
hey, Slade must have felt a little bit worse than I felt, man, because I was down in Florida. I made my way back up north. He realized how cold it was going to be in Buffalo. He was just like, I'm going to just go ahead and pack her up. You know what I'm saying?
What if he just like didn't even slide there, just like check the weather app and said, called his agent, said no.
Yo, he probably checked the weather app. The degrees probably didn't even pop up for Buffalo.
You pop up.
You like
said the wind chill, all that.
Oh man. But yeah, man, that was just a weird situation, man. The Bills knowing that he has a history with the Eagles, knowing that if the Eagles claimed him on waivers, they would probably go back to Philadelphia in his career. Like you said, make another run for a ring, be more of that mentor role, spot some plays here and there when we need them, things of that nature. But yeah, it's just a weird situation. The Bills good on corners, but I mean, it's not going to help them in the AFC. They need to hope that the Chiefs continue to lose and Mahomes don't make the playoffs. Because if Mahomes make the playoffs, he's still going to beat everybody. Because if you go to Kansas City, he's going to win, and he has to come to you, he's going to win too. It doesn't matter, dog. So,
well, I'm happy you brought that up because if we're looking at the playoff picture, that's what we'll close with. Since you said the Chiefs, I agree. If they get in, oh yeah, they're scary. The only team I actually like, they got the pedigree, all that in the AFC. I'm like, okay. Anybody else, I'm like, no. But number 1 seed Patriots, 2 seed Broncos, 3 seed Jaguars, 4 Ravens. So now the Ravens have jumped the Steelers after the Steelers had a pretty big lead. They fumbled that, went 2-5 their last like 7 games, I think. And then you got Chargers number 5, 8-4, just like us. The Colts are also so I said 8-5, 8-4. Colts are 8-4, the 6 seed, and the Bills are the 7 seed. So the Chargers faced the Bills. On the NFC side, you got the Bears. That's the number 1 seed. I give him that respect. Ben Johnson out here. If you want a coach of the year candidate, it's either him or I feel like they should just share it. Mike Vrabel and Ben Johnson. They just been wow. I mean, it's amazing. Talk about how great coaching is. 2 seed Rams, 3 seed Eagles, 4 seed the Buccaneers, but they faced the Panthers twice at the later stretch of the season. So
that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
Ooh, that there. It can get interesting. The Bucks don't have it just locked up right now. You got the Seahawks number 5. They could end up being top of their division too. Like that whole NFC West is going to get crazy. You got the 6 seed, it's the Packers, and the 7 seed, that's the 49ers.
Yep.
So it's like the NFC is so deep that the Lions with this win aren't even in the playoffs. Like it's crazy out here. The 49ers have a very, very light schedule. So I think it'll come down to those in-division games right there at the NFC North, and that'll decide some of the seeding, whether the Lions get that wild card or the Packers, they go out there and get the number 1 seed or get top of the NFC North. Any teams or quarterback that you're just eyeing right now as we get to the playoffs? Because I mean, the Eagles are gonna win the NFC East, so they'll at least get one playoff game, home playoff game. What about you, Chris?
Oh man, if it's a quarterback or a team that I'm watching for in the NFC, I mean, that's a very, very good question, man, because I'm not sold on the Bears, even though, like you said, they beat us here at home. Still just not sold on the Bears, man. I feel like with them being the 1 seed, it's just like
No, they got a dog ass schedule coming up.
Yeah.
It's they got Packers, Browns, 49ers, Lions. They got a jump. That's great defenses like for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm being honest with you guys, man, the team that really scares me the most for us is definitely the Rams, man. Just with their championship pedigree, they got an MVP caliber quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. They gave us the most trouble last year. I mean, if it wasn't for the snow, who would have knows what the outcome of that game would have been? It definitely could have been a different outcome. I think the snow helped us out a lot, and our guys made some plays. But I definitely just think the Rams, man, the way the quarterback's playing, Super Bowl head coach, the way he called plays, the way they got Adams and Puka. You know what I mean? I mean, Devontae Adams is like leading the league in receiving touchdowns right now. Like he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then their defense is young. They got those good young guys on the defensive line. I mean, the Rams, if it's any team in the NFC that I'm like, man, probably want to try to avoid them to the NFC Championship game if we can, it's definitely the Rams because I think they'll probably pose the biggest threat for us.
Yeah, I definitely think the Rams pose the biggest threat because they got playmakers everywhere. You got Devontae Adams having a career year. You got Puka Nacua out here, top 5 wide receiver. If Kyron Williams can hold the dang football, he's a top 7 back in the league. And so they got weapons, and Sean McVay, who's a top 2, top 3 play caller in the game. In that defense, who I've been on record saying I think that secondary can be had for sure. That defensive line, they got some guys for Braden Fisk, Byron Young, Jared Verse. They got some guys, they all young. That's a young defense that Chris Shula and them boys got running around and stuff. So they're definitely some. I think the Seahawks too could pose. The only thing with the Seahawks is I don't trust the quarterback. Like if you put Baker Mayfield on the Seahawks, okay, now I'm really
Come on, man. Sam
really like,
Darnold.
well, do you like Sam? You like Darnold? Because I saw his last playoff game, and really it was like 2 playoff games last season when against the Lions, crapped the bed. Against the Rams, crapped the bed. So I just can't trust him when the lights turn the brightest. Well, he had like 4 picks, I think, against the Rams or somebody in a
You're right.
big game too. Like I just
Not
can't trust
wasting my
that
time.
guy.
Not wasting.
I can't trust that guy. And I think, yeah, that's pretty much like it's just I don't know. How about you, Nee? Like, are we missing anybody?
I mean, I'm with y'all. What's in the NFC? A quarterback I fear is, of course, Matthew Stafford. Like, he came into Philly last year and was like, what, a couple plays away from winning that game in the snow. Like, that's scary. I think the Seahawks, like you said, are also a scary team, but the quarterback itself, but the defense is scary. That defense is big. They can stop the run. They're creative in the back game. Mike McDonald is one of the best defensive play callers in football. But I'm going to AFC, right? Stay with me here. A team I like right now, the Houston Texans. This defense is insane. They have the 2 best pass rushing duos in football. Anderson, Hunter, elite corner, elite CB2 and last hitter. They got multiple safeties. The linebackers are fast. And D'Amico Ryan's calling plays. I love that. And the offense right now, we're seeing get better and better. The O-line's playing better. They're running the ball better. They still got Nico Collins if he can stay healthy. They're actually my sleeper pick right now for the entire AFC. I think they could win the AFC. I think they're that damn good. I think this Sunday we're going to see, can they do it? Playing against the Chiefs, you can end their season playing without their tackles. Anderson, Hunter, you have to win the game. And I think they can. My sleeper team in the NFL right now, the Texans, like you said, the quarterback I fear in the NFC the most, got to be Staff, man. Boy, a problem.
That's a phenomenal take with the
But Bo,
Texans.
with the Texans, you brought up one side of the ball, bro.
Nothing.
They gotta play
Oh,
offense too.
The peep though, because CJ Stroud, he only in his 3rd year, he already got 2 playoff wins. He got a playoff win every year. So it's like he gonna go out there, not be the reason y'all lose. He not gonna be the reason. I'm trying to tell you. They just don't
They
got
just
a
beat
run.
the Colts. The offense playing
They
better.
don't got no run game, but they got number 1. Like, here's the thing. I'll give you, Chris. All right, PP. Because the top teams in the AFC are gonna be got Bo Nix and the Broncos. You got Drake May. What Stephen A say? Breast smell like Similac or son. He don't even know what this John here for real. So now it's like if the Texans defense can keep these games close.
Yes. Stay with me now.
If they
Man,
keep the games close now, CJ Stroud, you trust him over Bo
yeah,
Nix? Damn sure I do over Bo Nix. Now
no,
is it Drake May? That's a debate.
paper,
That's a
on
debate.
paper, or in name, you're right. Yeah, you would take CJ Stroud. You would take him. But what has he done this year? What has he shown y'all this year to make you say, yeah, we're taking CJ Stroud?
Well, let me answer that. This offense the last couple of weeks, I'm telling you, we're going to see it on national television. It's going to be on Sunday Night Football. I'm telling you, the running game has gotten better. I know I sound crazy, but I'm telling you, Woody Marks is going to show some people he can run. I'm telling y'all, watch out this Sunday. The Texans making a statement, dog. I'm telling you.
Bro,
I do think they beat the Chiefs, though.
No, beating the Chiefs. I mean, as we can see, there's been a bunch of teams that did that, but I'm talking
And
about
then
these
season,
guys
though?
like being scary, making a run, fellas.
So who you got out the is it like you got faith in the Ravens? Like, I don't got faith. It's like who else?
I think the AFC this year is just up for grabs as much as we've ever seen it. Like I don't think we can pinpoint it to, okay, this team right here is the favorite, or this, like, yeah, you could base it on the guys that we know, the players that are the best players. You could say the Bills because they got Josh Allen, or you can say, I mean, I like the Ravens if they get in because they got Lamar. But like you said, these teams are playing complementary football. In the AFC, the teams, they're playing good defensive-led football, and the offenses are kind of being optimistic right now. But as far as CJ Stroud and these guys, it's just like, I don't think nobody fears the Texans. Like they have 2 great pass rushes, and on defense, their corners are elite. But they're just like, look, they can't okay, let's just say we punt the ball or spike it every play. They're not going to be able to score on us. They're not going to be able to score. And have you seen CJ Stroud in these playoff games? Like you said, he's been getting wins, but have you been watching him? He ain't been.
I'll give him a guess because didn't the Chiefs play him in the divisional last
Yeah, he
year.
wasn't that bad.
He wasn't. No, he was cool in that joint. He was cool.
We
in that
gonna
joint.
remember this come playoff time. We gonna
But
remember
I'm
this come
saying,
playoff time.
fellas,
the reason
we
why we
saying
found the
cool.
Texans,
Y'all saying he cool. I agree. He is cool. But is he cool enough to make a run in the AFC because he got a good
Hell
defense?
yeah.
I don't believe that.
Hell
They
yeah.
can't run the
but for the
ball. They
same
can't run the
reason,
ball. They got one good wide receiver. They
We
can't run the
vibing.
ball. They got one good wide receiver, and the quarterback isn't playing at an MVP level. So
He don't
tell
got
me
to.
what? No,
He don't
on
got to.
offense, no. But with what I just laid out, they don't have weapons galore. Like, okay, Jalen Hurts doesn't have to play at an MVP level because we have weapons galore. Somebody got to get off. But what I'm saying with CJ Stroud is they don't have weapons galore, and he's not wheeling and dealing and cooking, and
Okay,
they can't run the ball.
let me respond. I respond. I think you're underrating how damn good this defense is. You know they're giving up like 175 passing yards a game.
No, that's
They're
special.
giving up
That's special.
170. You can't see my back screen right now. They're giving up 175 passing yards a game.
But think about what we saying. Think about what I'm saying to you.
I'm
Think
listening.
about how great their defense is. Now think about football. Just think about football and how
It's two
football is in
sides.
general. What are the chances that defense is going to go the entire playoffs and give up that kind of production?
no, you gonna need
Every
something on your
game,
offense for sure. No,
every game.
I'm
you're gonna need
telling
something
you,
on your offense.
I just seen Josh Allen play against these boys. He didn't want to see him.
Oh no. They got
He
Josh
don't want
number.
to see him.
That's a
His
fact.
Oh
mate don't want
yeah,
to see him.
That's a
He don't want
fact.
to see
he had
No,
a
him.
Lamar
bad
be
game.
cooking him. Lamar
He
be
had a
cooking him,
bad
but
Last
they
year
game.
got
too.
Josh number for sure.
No,
For
Lamar's
sure.
He
scary.
had a bad
Lamar's
game,
scary.
and
But
it
Lamar
was
not good.
also in Houston too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was when
No.
they
Lamar is
feel good.
scary.
They was
Lamar
at
is
home.
scary.
They got up. Yeah,
And
Yeah,
Lamar is
last
scary.
year,
Pat
that's
get
why
in. He
not
gonna do
completion.
his thing.
but I think as like with you saying is wide open, it's like, damn.
I like
I
him.
think that's how the NFL is this season, and that's why I
Yeah.
think Eagles fans get so frustrated because it's like nobody's injured. We got our
Mm-mm.
guys. It's wide open. The only team that we actually have had to worry about is the Chiefs, and they might have
Man, they even made the playoffs.
they might not make the playoffs. They
They
can
made
win
the
every
playoffs,
game.
bro.
They can win every game moving forward and still miss the playoffs. That's the crazy part, like how this John looking.
Yeah,
So I appreciate y'all hopping on and gotta get that W. Gotta get that W. Any last thoughts, Chris? And go to knee. Any last thoughts? Shout out them boys.
shout out to y'all, man. We definitely got to get us a dub on Monday. Make sure y'all, follow me. We got to put my little joint on the bottom, man. My IG joint so the gang can show me some love. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, appreciate y'all for having me, man. It's always an honor and a privilege, to show some love and chat it up about football and just, kick it with the guys, talk birds and all that. But we definitely going to revisit this AFC conversation, man. Cause I'm saying, man, I don't know, man.
They
I
asking
don't
for your
know.
channel in the chat.
Whatever.
He said, "What's your channel?"
Oh, nah, on the gram. Follow me on the gram, Chris Jenkins _2. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
Come
mean?
on, let's do it.
Come
How
on,
you feeling,
man.
Nick?
Follow you.
Nah, man, this always good talking ball, man. Talking ball. Had a hell of a time. I know where to catch me at Endzone with Knee. Instagram and TikTok. Mainly on TikTok right now. I will get back on Instagram. No, don't worry about that. And like Chris said, man, what's the name? I'm telling y'all, do not sleep on. If y'all got some money to put it on the Texans this Sunday, man. Put it on the Texans.
Yes, sir. Real talk with MJ. We got Chris. We got Knee. Shout out to them boys. We are out.